Waking up this morning out here in the Philippines. Man, I think I slept about 4 hours last night. But that's alright. That's alright, mama. That's alright with me. And check this out, bro. Coffee time. Dipping the cookies. These are like Chips Ahoy over in the Philippines. But a lot better price, about half the price. And basically, yeah, I'm gonna talk about how much they are over here in a little bit. Get some people in here. Just started the live up 1 minute now. Probably be waiting on people for a couple minutes, so fast forward if you want, whatever. Good stuff, bro. Might as well not watch me eat. So we'll do this right here. New York, New York isn't everything they say. Is that how it goes? New York, New York isn't everything they say? Is it? Oh, it must be. It's not isn't. I think it. New York, New York, is it everything they say? And then he says, and no place that I'd rather be. Hold on, then. Um, is everything? Maybe it's is. New York is everything they say. That's probably what it is. And no place that I'd rather be. Where else can you do a 500,000 things? All that a quarter to three. Real live music. And when they get it with a bang bang. It's some good cookies, bro. Uh, Good cookies. And good coffee, too. Good cookies and good coffee. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Wow. Man, freaking delicious. These, over here in the Philippines, these cookies taste like Chips Ahoy. They're only about $1 a bag. Called Chips Delight. I'm from USA. I've been over here in the Philippines for about 3 years now. I'll give you a tour where I'm at. I'm gonna stand up, and I'm waiting for people to come in here. But anyway, people watch the recording. This is Manila. Jabra. What's up, Jabra? How's it going? Where are you from, Jabra? What country are you in? So we got this side over here is Manila, and then on this other side, Amila. What's up? How you doing, Amila? Where are you? What country are you in? This is also part of Manila over here. And down here is the biggest golf course in the Philippines. It's called the Manila Golf Course. Very beautiful this morning. It feels awesome out here. Oh, Jabron. I thought it said Jabra. Okay, it's Jabron. Sorry about that, bro. Amelia. I think Amelia's Philippines, right? Jabron. I gotta remember that, bro. Anyway, it's beautiful out there. You know what? I wonder if I could like walk that little trail. Nah, probably got to pay to go into the golf course. Cyrus, what's up, brother? How you doing, Cyrus? We're out here at the Manila Golf Course in Manila right now. Have you guys been to BGC in the Philippines? Hey, if you've been to BGC in the Philippines, raise your hand or thumbs up or something. Anyway, I'm from a state in the USA called North Kakalaki. Nah, that's the funny name they call it, North Kakalaki. It's really called North Carolina. From the Philippines. Cyrus is from the Philippines. Jabron's from the Philippines. Sean, what's up? Sean Garcia, bro. I just saw you. Sorry about that. It does take about 10 seconds for the what y'all put in to show up on my screen. Just to let you know. About 10 seconds. And I gotta turn on this thing too. Yeah. There we go. So, anyway. Yep, I'm learning some Tagalog. I got one video I did starting to learn. Magadang umaga, magadang hapon, magadang gabi, and then there's that 12 o'clock time. I think it's magadang Tagali or Tikali, Tikali. I think. I'm not positive if I got that one right. Magadang Tikali. Is that right? He got the hands up. Hey, yeah. What y'all up to today in the Philippines? It's like about half my people Filipino, and then half my people American, which makes sense since I've been living in both places. I lived in Korea for a year. It's in the military, so I was over there for 1 year. It was Seoul, South Korea. Hey, man, did the freaking thing that pass out or something? Went to zero. I guess they didn't like me sitting down. Man, you can't be sitting down. What's wrong with you? You gotta stand up, keep walking in circles. I do that a lot, by the way, walk in circles. Anyway, it's pretty nice up here. I'm on top of a roof right now in Makati. And yeah, I only slept about 4 hours this morning. I was like, let me get up, man. Let me do a freaking live, man. You know, because I normally don't do them this early. So far, has it been worth it? Yeah, not really. Only one person in here. Who's still in here? Jabron, you still in here with me, bro? You got a plane flying up there. Big old plane. Look like a 747 Boeing. Let's see if I can zoom into it. Oh, that's the wrong way. There you go. Went behind that building. Let's see here. Should be coming here. Shuck it. Right there. There he is. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's pretty much disappearing now into the clouds. Anyway. Ay. People been complaining they haven't been getting my notifications on the lives. People been complaining about that. Got to talk to YouTube somehow, whatever. Figure out how to fix that. Tear or peel a banana. Let's try the sticker. Let's see what happens. Since there's so many bananas in the Philippines, I figured I'd put that up there. Would you tear it? What the heck is tear it, bro? Peel it. Only way I know is peel it. How would you tear a freaking banana? I don't know, but that popped up on my screen to post if I wanted to. How the heck are you going to tear a banana? I guess it's all about the words you use. Do you tear a banana or do you peel a banana? I peel it. I've never heard tear before. Anybody ever heard tear before? Okay, let's do this. Which cookie would you eat? I got two here in front of me. If I can get them aligned. Which cookie would you eat? The chocolate chip or the Oreo? I love chocolate chip in the coffee, bro. I dip it like panda sauce. Instead of panda sauce, drop that chocolate chip right in there. Oh, man. Delicious. Masa wrap. Auto Passion, what's up, brother? How you doing? You got a channel? Anybody got a channel on here? I help support you guys. I'll give you a shout out when we get more people in here. Only got a few right now. But I think there's 2 people in here, 3 people, something like that. Could count me, I'd be 4. Anyway, Auto Passion Automobile. Is that a channel about cars, vehicles? Yeah. How you doing? Good morning from the Philippines. Magadang Omaga from the Philippines. How you say cookie in Tagalog? Anybody know the answer to that one? How to say cookie in Tagalog? Y'all might speak one of the 170 dialects. You know, y'all might speak Visayas or something. Auto Passion says, YouTuber, French car collection. It's sportive, beautiful. Thank you very much. Click subscribe, USA. So you're a YouTuber and you have a French car collection. That's what it sounds like. I can, yeah, I'll check you out, bro. I'll do a screenshot. Let me see if I can subscribe from here. Let's see. No, I don't have a subscribe button on here. But yeah, I'll check out your videos and all that stuff. How many subscribers you got now? I should do a dance today because I just got 3,000 like about 30 hours ago. So I should do a 3,000 subscriber dance, man. Anyway, I owe a lot of it to the Philippines, bro. This place has been awesome. It's been beautiful out here. It's been wonderful out here. And if it wasn't for how awesome the place is, I wouldn't have been able to do it. not only because of like content, but because of the energy I get, the motivation I get, the love that I have for the country, from the people to the places to how great it is to live here. Let's see. Oh, I thought you said something new. Sorry about that. But yeah, here's the Manila Golf Course, guys. We're at, and Makati is in the background. This is just a little piece of how wonderful this country is. And the whole reason I came here for some stupid girl that was mean as crap to me. That was the whole reason I came, because of her. But I decided to stay, and even though she's gone, the country's been awesome. You know, I've been able to travel different places here without her. If you're watching, without you, I've been like all over the freaking Philippines. Girl, for 3 years now, almost 3 years. But anyway, and you didn't get to enjoy any of it, girl. Anyway, this is some really good coffee, bro. This coffee here has no sugar in it, and it's really good. It has stevia in it. It's a 3-in-1 that basically has Nescafe coffee, it has cream, and it has stevia. Stevia is plant from over in Japan. So it's good for you because you don't have that sugar. And man, I love the taste of it, especially when I get to dip those chocolate chip cookies into it. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Masarap, masarap, masarap. I still don't know what cookie is in Tagalog though. So if anybody knows, put it in the chat. Mr. Slack Cyril, how's it going, brother? Congratulations on 3,000. How did you know I had 3,000 women? Joke, bro. Nah, I'm kidding. If I had 3,000 women, it'd be like all my hair would be gone, bro. Almost. I mean, it's already almost gone, but it would be totally gone at 3,000 women. Anyway, who's this? Nicole Nelson. What's up? How you doing, homegirl? Nicole, you're over there in USA, right? You're over there in what was the name of the area? I'm trying to remember. Hold on. Or no, you might have been Europe. I think you were Europe. I remember. I remember you being in here, Nicole Nelson. I'm just trying to remember where you're located. I think it was either Europe or USA, right? Where were you at? As soon as you'll say it, I'll be like, oh yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, I remember you. Uh, I think you were talking about, was it Florida? Idaho. Idaho. Okay. I think you were talking about, were you one of the girls that was talking about birthday? Had a birthday coming or something like that? I think you said you liked my videos, maybe. Anyway, you were really nice. You were really nice. And yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. Have not seen you in a while. Yeah. I don't think I've seen you since I've been moved up here to Manila. I'm going to give you a tour, Nicole. You haven't seen the city area in the Philippines, have you? I don't think I've seen you in over a month, maybe 2 months. February 28th, yeah. So March, April, yeah. It's been about 2 months now. Oh wow, nope. Okay, I'm going to show you the city area here in the Philippines. I'm going to start with the golf course. The Manila golf course is over here. You gotta get out here to the Philippines sometime and go different places. But anyway, this is Makati. This is the golf course. And that's the largest golf course in in the Philippines. Yeah, their largest golf course. Wow, it's really pretty. Slack Surreal says she can watch the videos. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you can watch my videos and see all sorts of beaches, mountains, everything. But I don't mind the tour. Yep. And I'm on top of a roof right now at a hotel. I also did a tour of the place I'm staying here. I did a video of that last week. So you get to see the room, how much it cost. Um, it's an awesome price, you know. We got Netflix here. Got this nice rooftop here. The bed is freaking comfortable as crap. I sleep like a little baby. But anyway, this is another part of Manila, and over here, that's a bank called Wells Fargo. You probably know, Nicole. That's one of their places there. I don't know exactly what they do there, but it's called the Wells Fargo building. And then got some places up here. But there's another video I did at BGC. It's at a mall, and recorded that video. I'm going to post that, and it's like super awesome as far as the views. I go up to the top of the mall and everything. If you ever go to Baguio in the mountains, you can go to the top of the mall in Baguio and see all the beautiful mountains. I love that one because I love the mountains. And Nicole, I think you have a lot of mountains around you in Idaho. I'm so sorry. I have to go eat lunch with my friends. See ya. All right, see ya. And tell your friend, Mikey Pino, or Mike, said hello. Yep. A lot of mountains. Yeah. I bet you Idaho is very beautiful. But anyway, I think it would be one of my favorite states if I was back in the USA. I'm from North Carolina, which is also a great state. But anyway, enjoy your lunch. I don't know what you're eating, but I hope you enjoy it. I got this weird question about a banana, peel or tear. I've never freaking teared a banana. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to get rid of that question. Let's see if anything else pops up as far as questions. So, who else we got in here? Peel a banana, obviously. Never met someone who tears. Yeah, I know. What the heck is... It popped up on my screen. Oh, here's a plane, guys. A plane flying from the airport over here in Manila. Who knows where they're going? Okay, Slack Surreal. Did you ever tell me where you're from, bro? I think you did a donation to me, right? I think so. I think you did a super chat before. Maybe one, maybe two, maybe three. I don't know. Anyway, Mitch Zo. What's up, Mitch Zo? Is this the Mitch I know? The Mitch I know from the Philippines? Are you Filipino or are you American? I knew a Mitch in USA too. I knew a Mitch in USA. I knew a Mitch here in the Philippines. Celebrity Clips says the plane is just missing two. Hey, what you talking about, bro? What you talking about? Hey, what's up, celebrity? So how's your channel going? How many subscribers you got now, celeb? Man, this coffee's freaking delicious. Freaking delicious. Good morning from the Philippines. We're out here in Manila. I'm on top of a roof. I was hanging out with a German guy yesterday. We were up here sitting down talking. What do y'all like better, Germany or USA? Hello, I am from Philippines. Yeah, what part of the Philippines are you from? I knew a Mitch that was from Bungabong. Bungabong, Philippines. It's over near what's the name of that? Cabatatuan? Something like that. I'm in Manila. I'm in Makati. Makati, Manila right now, staying here for a while. I've stayed in Mindoro. I've stayed in Leyte, Samar, Bohol, Marinduque. Went to Boracay and went to Rojas City and Quilibo. Oh, Mitch is in Mindanao. Okay, Mindanao. There's a lot of people that come up here to Manila. I meet a lot of people. There's another plane. And planes coming out like crazy. But anyway, I meet a lot of people here in Manila that come up here from Mindanao. Yeah, a lot of them. I know one that was like taking care of the family, and she was working for a Chinese family. Yeah, she was living with the Chinese family, taking care of the family, and then some of them I met, and they're like going to be OFW, go to different countries to work. Wild thing is to say celebrity. Let's see, wild thing to say celebrity. Yeah, I'm talking about celebrity here in the chat. Celebrity. How many subscribers you got, celebrity? Hmm. When you said wild thing, I was thinking about an old rap song, bro. I'll try to do it. Uh, this fine young thing get on my jock, and I said, "What the heck?" There's somebody just walked in up here. Let's see, who is it? Oh, Filipino. Ah, oh, it's the handyman, Mr. Pogi Handyman. What's up, Pogi Handyman? Yeah, I'm doing vlog, doing live stream. I'm gonna show you, okay? I'm sure Pogi. Hey, Pogi. Hold on. We're gonna show Pogi over here working at the hotel after I get the camera working right. And oh, you got 6,000 subscribers. Congratulations. He has 98. Slack. No, Slack's got 6,200. Mr. Pogi's over here. Where you from, sir?
I'm from Philippines. Good morning, everyone.
Ah, from Philippines.
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
I got lost. I thought this was England.
I'm here in the Makati. Shout out to all people here and out. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Do you put gel in your hair, bro?
No, it's not gel.
Yeah.
It's a shampoo, conditioner.
Shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah.
So let's see if they can guess how old you are. Y'all want to put in the chat how old you think Pogi is?
Pogi.
So Pogi, you got first name? First name besides Pogi?
Pogi.
Just Pogi?
Pogi. Guapo.
Wapo?
Yeah.
His real name's Wapo.
It's the same of the Guapo and Pogi. That's the same.
Yeah, yeah. I know a lot of Spanish. And Spanish was Wapo. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I know more Wapo. I know more Spanish than Tagalog.
Oh yeah, Guapo and Spanish.
Yeah, it's similar. Yeah.
Same.
Like Mesa?
Yeah,
I
mesa.
think y'all call it mesa.
Table.
Yeah, they call this
The name
mesa.
of mesa.
The same in
The
Spanish.
Spanish is mesa.
Same in Spanish. This is
Oh.
silla in
Silla.
Spanish. In Spanish, it's silla.
Okay.
And you know your numbers are the same. Uno, dos, tres,
Uno, dos, tres,
cuatro,
yeah.
cinco. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of similarity.
Spice.
Doing gaming content, Slack. Okay, Slack, I think I've subscribed to you, but I'll double click and check to make sure I'm subscribed to you, bro.
What is the name of your page?
The name of my page is A Million Videos About Pogies.
Pogies.
That's the title. No, I'm just kidding. No, man. It's Mike Rivers, Philippines, Expat, life coach.
Okay.
And so I do like life coach stuff too.
How
And,
many your followers?
3,000 and something.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, through YouTube. It's through YouTube. And let's see. Did y'all guess his age? Somebody said 23.
23.
Yeah, what's your age? They said 23.
Me?
Yeah, you.
No, I'm not 23.
It said 23.
I'm 37.
He's barely legal. He's 37 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about the same age. Joke.
I'm so young, face.
Yeah. Yeah, they said 23, man. They thought you're 23. He's going to hit 5,000 by December, says Slack Cyril. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. He's, you said 37?
Yeah.
37 years old.
April 5, 1989.
April 5.
Yeah.
Just had a birthday. April 5.
1989.
Happy birthday. Where's the cake, bro? I'm hungry.
Nothing cake.
You already eat the cake? What the heck?
Nothing cake.
I thought y'all were hospitable here in the Philippines. I eat the cake before they don't give me any cake. What's up?
Nothing cake, sir.
Anyway, what time did you get to work?
8 p.m., sir.
8 p.m.
Yeah, and
What's your first name?
Glenn.
Glenn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, with a D.
Yeah.
Glenn with a D. 8 p.m. 8
It's not a girl. I'm a boy.
8 a.m. I know that.
Glenn.
Now,
There is a
Glenda.
Glenda.
Glenda's a
Yeah.
girl. I know a Filipina named Glenda. Yeah. What's the most amount of viewers you had on a live stream, Mike? I've never had too many. I don't pay for them, so probably about like 20. I don't know, 26. I think 28, maybe 28. That's what I'm thinking. You know, but they didn't stay very long. But that's like the highest the number ever got to was like 28. Most of them didn't stay very long. But anyway, what was I? I was gonna show this because I think it's interesting here in the Philippines. I want to show his slippers because it trips me out in the USA. If people came to work like this, just wearing slippers, people don't do that. People don't do that. But here in the Philippines, they go to work and they're wearing slippers. Yeah. Yeah, it's like casual all day long. Just chill, just beach, like you're still at the beach, bro. You're from Province or you're from Manila? Glenn.
Huh?
Glenn, are you from Province or are you from Manila?
Province?
Yeah, you're from Province. Which one? Which province?
Southern Leyte.
Oh, I love Southern Leyte.
Yeah.
I've been there. I've been there.
Mm.
Yeah, I've been to Southern Leyte. I've been to what is it? Taclobaran, I think. Taclobaran, you know Taclobaran, Leyte?
Oh, yeah.
With Samar right there. And then I went down, and there was a small town I went to, South Leyte.
South Leyte, like Tacloban?
Tacloban was the main one, yeah, Tacloban.
Yeah,
and then I went
Tacloban.
down into a small town. I took the bus
Yeah.
all the way over to the port to go to Cebu, right? I went from Cebu on the boat.
On the boat, yeah, like a boat is
Have two
ocean
ports.
jet. Ocean jet, you can
Yeah.
go to the terminal.
Yeah, I didn't take the ocean jet though. I took a slow boat. It was at nighttime and a lot of people sleeping on the boats.
45 minutes in Cebu to Leyte.
Yeah, they didn't have that available when I went. It's at nighttime. Everybody was sleeping on there. Yeah, it took forever. It was also raining.
Oh yeah.
It was like bad weather at the time. But what is the different small towns in Leyte? Trying to remember. Let's see. You should have. You remember what town are you from?
I'm town.
The province.
Province Sugod, Southern Leyte.
So good, Southern Leyte.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's very south. It's very at the bottom. Yeah, so good. I gotta look up at the map and I'll figure it out. Anyway, let's see what people say. What's the most amount of? Oh yeah, I already answered that. You should have a pop up saying "Ask me questions." That's a good idea, bro. Have to go. All right, take care. Great rest of your night. All right, thank you, sir. Well, it's daytime, but yeah. Guess what? Rest of my day. You too. You too. Have a good time. Thank you for stopping in. And I'll check your channel. I think I'm subscribed to you, but I'll check it out and see, um, see, watch whatever you have, on there. Anyway, so, bro, gonna have some more coffee now. Just got through talking to Pogie Glenn over here from Philippines. He's from Sogod Leyte. Yeah, Sogod Leyte is the richest place in the world.
Yeah. It's a nice place, yeah.
Joe,
It's a nice place.
it's a nice place, yeah. Yeah,
Ocean sleep.
The thing I like about Leyte, the nicest people in the Philippines I meet is from Leyte and Baguio.
Yeah. Oh, Baguio.
Yeah, Baguio. Yeah. Anyway, so far that's been the nicest. Those freaking taxi drivers in Baguio, man, they're super nice, and the price is super cheap to ride in those taxis. But the problem with Baguio is that the freaking places there for rent to get a place was expensive compared to everywhere else I've been. It costs more than Manila, and I want to live in Baguio too, but I can't afford it. Yeah, it costs more than living here. So the place that I'm staying at here, it's only costing about $400 a month, and that's everything. That's electricity, water. Um, let's see, electricity, water, internet. Place to stay here. I'm on top of the roof right now, but everything was about 24,000 pesos. So that converts over to $400 a month, and includes everything. Even they cleaned the place. Let's see. Nobody said anything. Okay, I thought I saw a message pop up. Now, over in the USA, things are about 70% more expensive over in the USA. So that's one of the big reasons I like about living here in the Philippines, because 70% cheaper here. And guys like Glenn, I mean, the people here, for the most part, are very awesome. But that's not all. Glenn, you've been to BGC many times?
Yeah, you look.
Yeah, you've been there many times?
Time what?
To BGC? You've been to BGC many times? Have you visit BGC?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, the people are not too nice. Not like Leyte. They're more like separate, more cold in BGC than Leyte,
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're too rich.
Not rich.
They're too rich. You're rich? Did you say you're rich?
Yeah.
Anyway, so not much going on in the live stream today. I'll come back on later. That's what I'll do. I'll turn this one off. I'll come back on later. I don't know, probably about 11, 11:30, something like that. Between 11 and 12, should be back on. So, thanks for whoever's still here, and peace out. Steven's here. Do you think the dental work is 70% cheaper also? Yeah, I had some dental work done. Trying to remember. Yeah, I think it's higher than that, bro. I'd say it's more than 70% cheaper. Services, any kind of work like that is normally going to be a lot more than 70% cheaper. The goods are the stuff that are closer in cost, so that's why it averages out to 70% cheaper. But I would say dental work, if I go to the US and I do something here, say for $50, and I go to the US, it's probably going to cost me more like $200 to $300, about almost $300 to do it in the US. So if you do like $50, if you do like $300 worth of dental work there, then you're probably going to pay about $50 here. So that's higher than, yeah, that's a lot better than 70% cheaper. Yeah, I'd say dental work here is a good way to go. Just make sure you get a good person to do the work, you know. Check reviews, ask people, whatever. Just make sure it's a good person. Do you think it's a skin tax because you are not from there? Have I ever had a skin tax? I didn't get, no, I think a lot of places I don't get skin tax. I don't think I got skin tax when I went to the dentist. I don't think I got skin tax there. Um, I didn't even pay $20 for what I did. I paid less than $20. And what I did was I had a cap that needed to be put back in, and I had my teeth cleaned. I did two things: teeth cleaning, and I had to put a cap that came off over here. They put it back on, and it wasn't even $20, less than that. Over in the U.S., that would have been probably, I don't know, $200 maybe. 150, 300, I don't know, somewhere, I don't know exactly over in the U.S. I'd say between 150 to $300. Yeah. We'll say 100 to 300, just in case I might be a little bit high, but I don't think I am. I think it'd be close to 200. But skin tax, yeah, you'll get some small skin taxes here and there. You know, usually it's simple stuff. Most stuff over here. Steven, I think you've been over here, right? Haven't you been to the Philippines already? But yeah, I mean, yeah, I've gotten skin tax for little small things, you know. Maybe out on the street, they're selling something. They throw a little extra on there. Usually, like at what do they call it? Sorry stores. Yeah. You know, I'm buying, say, a potato chips, and it's like probably 25 pesos, and they make it 30 or 35. Oh, the ice cream guy skin taxed me one time. I remember that. Yeah, that was supposed to cost me. The ice cream was supposed to be 30, and he told me it was 35. I always paid 30 when I was with my girlfriend. I was by myself, and he said 35. I'm like, dude. But anyway, you know, it's sort of like just giving a tip to people that need it, you know. So I don't really get worried and crazy about that kind of thing. I figure the person, it could help them. They're working 70, 80 hours a day. So to give them an extra 5 or 10 pesos, just do it, you know. If you can afford it. But if you're just as poor as them, that's a totally different story. I mean, because I'm not as rich as I was when I came over here, you know, and I'm not rich now, you know. Let's see, but I do felt like I was rich for being in here, you know, for being in the Philippines when I came here. I felt like I was rich, man. At that time, I had some savings. Steven says, do you think it's close to what it costs in Mexico? Honestly, probably. You know, I mean, I think it's probably a little bit cheaper here. I think it would be. I think it would be a little cheaper here. Maybe 20, 25%, maybe cheaper. And I think you might get better work done in the Philippines too. So better quality and cheaper. That's what I think. Only thing is, I haven't I haven't spent time in Mexico. Been to California, but I never went into Mexico. But the only reason I'm saying that is because I know the people here. They're very, you know, detailed about things, and they're very like smart, and they're not they're not the goof off type people. You know, I remember watching this lady over in the USA who was a doctor who was doing surgery and dancing and putting it on YouTube during surgery. You know, who the heck does that? You know, they're more disciplined over here. So you got more discipline and detail and stuff like that. So, and highly educated. A lot of Filipinos go to college more so. I would say more so than Mexico. You could look that up though. You can AI, Google it, whatever, and check on that. I know in the world, Canada is the highest as far as college degrees. So I think it's going to be better than Mexico. And plus, you don't have to deal with all the drug things that are happening in Mexico. You're not going to have any kind of crazy drug stuff over here at all. We had a president before Marcos that got rid of all the drug stuff. Now, I'm not going to say that it's 100% clean. I'm not going to say that. But it's pretty daggone close to it. Yep. Yeah, it's very clean. And, you know, I hardly ever see anybody smoke over here, too. They do smoke, though. You know, now that I think about it, let me take that back. I'd say percentage wise, how many smokers we got over here? Probably, like, you know, I'm talking about cigarettes. Um, maybe women is like maybe 3% for women. But as far as the guys, they're probably closer to 40%. Yep. Now they do like the drinks over here, though. You know, the gin. They like to drink some gin and some Red Horse. Red Horse is a very popular beer. I like it myself, Red Horse. But I'm not a big drinker, to be honest with you. How many? You know, last time I had a drink, it's probably been about 2 months ago, and that was a birthday party, and that was Red Horse. I had a couple of Red Horses. Let's see. It's not the drugs that scare me; it's the cartels. Yeah, that's the main thing. That's why. Whenever I said that, I was mainly talking about the cartels. You know, of course, the drugs are not that big of a deal, but those drug lords going around, you know, running things out there, man. That's why, yeah, carrying those guns, those and stuff. You know, I gotta watch what I say on YouTube, but you know, the things they do out there. I would talk a lot more rougher about what they do out there. Things I've seen. A video. I've seen some crazy stuff, bro, out of Mexico. Calling me up in, yeah. Is that like what you just put there? I just read that. Yeah, yeah, like that kind of stuff. You know, I used to want to go to Mexico. Now, not really, but I used to want to go. I tried to go to Mexico one time. Um, didn't make it though. Anyway, Stephen, I was um, trying to remember more about you. I think you were Was 49? Were you 49? I don't know. See, I thought you'd already been to the Philippines. Anyway, Poggy's over here checking out the plants. Poggy means handsome, by the way, just like Wapo. Out of Boston. Okay, yeah, you're the guy that was out of Boston. Yeah, 66. Okay, sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. 66 Boston, Steven. You know, you know how it is when you get older and you have like hundreds of people come into your life and you meet and you're out there on the street talking to another 100 people doing this kind of work. It's hard to remember everybody's name. But I was thinking about you. I can't remember the person's name. It was Steven. But I was thinking about that guy from Boston because I did a video over here on top of the mall and how beautiful things were. And I was remembering you saying, I think it was you said it, that it looked like Boston. And I think when you see that video, you might think that it looks better than Boston whenever I put it out. But I was thinking about Boston. So how is Boston? Because I've always wanted to go to Boston, and I haven't been. I've been in New York City. I've been up near Rochester, and I've been out to California and a bunch of other states. I even drove from North Carolina, California. I flew over there and then I drove back all the way from California to North Carolina. That was a heck of a trip. But what? How's Boston, man? Is it going well? Is it better than it was, or worse than it was, or just trying to figure out how Boston is doing? 30 years ago, it was good, not anymore. Oh, so it's pretty much the same as everywhere else. There's a guy from Germany here. He's my neighbor at this hotel, and he left Germany. And he's like, I want to get as far away from Germany as possible. Is what he told me. But yeah, this is the golf course. I think I've probably shown it to you. This is Manila's golf course here, and got BGC behind that building, so you can't really see much over there. But so Boston's not going as great as it used to be. Probably just like New York, just like those places over in California. A lot of places. Even my mom back in North Carolina, she talks about things being more dangerous. You know, I mean that one story about that dude, Louisiana, who unalived a bunch of kids. I think it was his family, and what they're doing to Nick Shirley. You know, what they're out there in California. They're trying to get this bill where he can't expose fraud. You know, he exposes fraud here on YouTube and shows all that daycare stuff where they've been basically getting money through the government and everything. Stevens says they want to raise property tax. I know. The last time I had a house in North Carolina, those taxes were going up, bro, and I was like, why? Why am I going to work so hard to pay off my house? And then I have to pay so much money on that property tax. Insurance was high too. And track your mileage and where you are when you are driving in your car. That is ridiculous, man. Are you Republican? Are you Democrat? Are you something else? Negro beard. Oh, Blackbeard. This is the Blackbeard guy. I haven't seen you in a long time. Am I blocked from chatting? No, you're not blocked from chatting. Why? You know, some of the bad language will block you if you use some of the bad words in here. I know that. But now I see what you just put, Blackbeard. Blackbeard was one of my favorite folk heroes. I don't know if you call it folk hero. I think folk hero is like not real. But Edward Teach was Blackbeard, and he was real. But yeah, that's some crazy story about Blackbeard, bro. I used to have a book all about him. I like Blackbeard. Anyway, where are you from, Blackbeard? I think YouTube has been doing weird things with my account. Same here, to be honest with you. I think there's been some strange things on my stuff too. So my comments don't appear sometimes. Thanks. You're welcome. Is it really humid in the Philippines? Well, hold on. Where are you at? That's what I want to know. Where are you at? And then that way I can compare this humidity to where you're at. I'm from North Carolina over in the USA. And we got another plane taking off out here. I'm going to try to show it. It's behind those power lines there. Yeah, since I've been sitting out here, I've been sitting out here like 30 minutes, well, an hour. Yeah, I've been sitting out here about an hour, and I've already seen at least 4 planes take off out here. Oh, you're over in California, Orange County. Man, now I'm hungry. I want some oranges. But anyway, humid. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty humid. I mean, we're on tropical islands. I like the humid hotness a lot better than that dry hotness out of Arizona. I went through Arizona one time and it was like drying out my freaking throat like crazy. My whole sinuses were all dried out. I was only there for like a day traveling, going through the state. And yeah, I hated that around, I guess around the desert area there. It was on the interstate. But yeah, that was horrible. So I'd say, yes, tropical island. I think you got that humidity. I think a lot of it would probably feel like sort of like Florida, you know, the weather here. I think, and I haven't seen a storm, any kind of rain or storm in almost 2 months now. But we're dealing with summertime now here in the Philippines. They consider March and April summertime. So back home, it would be July, June, July, August. But over here, it's March and April. So yeah, I haven't seen any rain. Matter of fact, I'm going to go out tonight, and it's going to be perfect temperature tonight. Actually, it feels pretty good right now. Feels fine. I got a little breeze coming in. I like the weather here better than over where I lived in North Carolina. Now, North Carolina is not a bad state. The weather's not that bad. But I like the weather here better than North Carolina's weather. Now, as far as California goes, though, I think y'all got some pretty good weather over there. I didn't really live there very long. I was out there in the military doing some military stuff for a while. Let's see. Steven says Republican. First person I voted for was Ronald Reagan. Yeah, I saw they have some movie about Ronald Reagan on Netflix here on the TV. I was thinking about watching it, and I voted Republican still. I think this was my last year voting. In my opinion, it's already. Yeah, that's the same with me, bro. I don't really vote. I mean, I don't know if it's really rigged. I mean, I think Trump, he got elected because he got the votes, in my opinion. And there's another plane flying. And yeah, he needed the votes. I think he's an outsider, but but it is sort of rigged as far as what he can do, right? Even though he's an outsider, he's still got a bunch of politicians there that are affecting him and stopping him. And then you have, I think, a bigger power play that is, sort of forcing things on him or whatever. And I'm not going to say I'm a Trump fan or an enemy. Usually these enemies are like insane, his enemies. But anyway, it doesn't matter because the politics stuff is just it's a huge mess. Blackbeard says, have you gotten food poisoning? Yeah, I've been food poisoning here. There since you lived there for 3 years, almost 3 years. Got a couple more months left. But anyway, how many times and how bad was it? Well, I can guarantee it was one time, but I think it might have been two times. Okay, the one time I was at this little place and there was a couple young Filipino guys running this place, and I didn't really mean to go there, but I just happened to be there. I was looking for something else. I looked at the menu and I said, "Okay, let me try this." Bad mistake, and it was very bad. If I had to guess, it was probably the sauce that they put on the chicken that they made, or it could have been the chicken. But yeah, I got very bad food poisoning. It lasted for like 3 days, and I was still feeling sick for like 4 or 5 days. But as far as like the sick, the craziness. So basically, think before you select a place to eat. Any kind of nice restaurant over here, and when I say nice, I mean a place that a lot of people go to, because a lot of people didn't go to this place. It was probably sort of new. Then you're probably going to be okay. And there's plenty of American restaurants, and I've never been sick off any of the American restaurants over here. They're all over the place. The famous Jollibee over here, and famous other places like what's the name of it? Classic Savory, Andoks, all that stuff. I've never been sick on any of that. But this was just one of those off the name places I happened to be at. It made me sick. The other time is I was out on the street drinking way too much different citrus drinks, and I don't know if it was because of that. I had if I had to guess, I probably shouldn't have done what I did, drinking different kind of citrus drinks. Anyway, Steven says he did nothing in my opinion. He's paid off and under control. Yeah. Um. Anyway, I don't. I definitely think. I don't know. I don't know if I could say he did nothing. I don't. Really haven't been over there to really know what he's done. But I will say I definitely think he hasn't done enough. I think all those people that are not put in jail should have been already in jail. And if they were in jail, I would know about it over here. I do check stuff a little bit. But as far as what he's done exactly, I have no idea. But yeah, I'm not too happy with any president in a very long time. And yeah, like you said, I think it's all rigged. It's all rigged, and our main thing is just to try to focus on how good we can make our life. And you're 66 years old, so I don't like to try to be like some kind of smart guy to somebody who's 66. I'm sure you're smarter than me. What kind of work did you do? What is your past history over there in the USA? Have you been to other countries? And I guess you're thinking about the Philippines and everything. I mean, so anyway, let's see. Don't know if you heard this. From what I heard, in Mexico, they make you use a digital ID, and they started a cashless system over there. I have not heard that, but that's been happening for a long time in China. I'm saying it like Trump, in China. But anyway, yeah, it's been happening a long time in China, because back when I was doing my master's in business when I was in my 40s, China was doing that. And people need to be concerned about that. People don't really talk about that very much. People in the USA just tend to live their day to day lives. They go to work, they're trying to pay their bills. They don't really think about stuff like this. And really a big thing to me is where they try to take freedom of speech away, because if they take that away, then we can't come out and talk, and we can't share things, especially through the internet. Internet's very important for us to get communication out there to each other. I mean, yeah, all that TV reporting stuff is all bought and paid for by the media, and then if you have media companies on the internet that are also running things, all that could be blinded too, like they did back in the COVID days, where they shut people up. You know. Anyway, construction in Panama, Israel, Mexico. Okay. Panama, Israel, and Mexico. I bet you had some good times, man. If you don't follow their credit score system, I'm going to have to check out this Mexico thing. I haven't heard about it. And I really don't do a lot of watching political things anymore. I just try to escape the matrix. But anyway, if you don't follow their credit score system, they shut down your account. I mean, this is something that has gotten to the point that we need to go back to the days of 200 years ago. And I'm not going to say what we need to do, but yeah, because I can't, I can't talk about it. We'll have to chill and have a beer and talk about it in person. Can't say much on here. But anyway, people need to get their shit together. Let me put it, I could say a little bit of things here. People need to get their shit together. That's what I'm gonna say. And I do try to run a family show too, because sometimes I have young people come in here. But if they go on the internet, they can see anything anyway, right? I mean, it's so ridiculous. A lot of rules are stupid, ridiculous. Just like I think Steven, you're the one that said about about having to wear a shirt over here. The construction worker got in trouble and everything. Yeah, but you know, anyway, that's such a small thing compared to this big stuff. Let's see, metal detect in Mexico beaches. I can sort of understand the metal detectors though, if those cartel go onto the beaches and they have, you know, they have something right that it would detect to try to protect from the cartel type thing. One of my favorite years was 1876. 1876. That was around, I think, the Civil War. I think that was that the end of the Civil War? I think. I'm not sure. I have to look it up. I've heard stories. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out the Mexican thing though that you're talking about. But definitely, it's been happening over in China. We have a lot of freedom out here in the Philippines. I think we have more freedom. That T-shirt thing is sort of a surprise. I wouldn't be surprised if they get rid of that. To be honest with you, it just started. Having to have a shirt on here. But I think they're just trying to create some decency, because there's a lot of guys that do that. They're always out walking around with no shirt, and I think they're just trying to create more decency. In my opinion, in my opinion, I wouldn't have that law if I was a lawmaker. I'd be like, let people live, bro. Anyway, Desert Channel, what's up, man? How's it going? You meant 1776. Okay, that's more like it. Revolutionary, because that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that was, yeah, I was thinking that would be one of my favorite years, if not my favorite. Yeah, 1776. 4 a.m. in Kenya. Then why are you up, bro? You just woke up? I saw one of your videos pop on my screen. Yeah, you must have just woke up at like 3:30. Either that, or you haven't gone to sleep yet. Desert Channel Explorers. He's out in Africa. And the thing about Africa, man, they've got over 50 countries there, 54, I think it is. Some of those countries are great. Some of them are horrible. I'll be straight up honest with you. Some of them are great. Some are horrible. But, you could say that about a lot of things, you know. We keep up awake because of wild animals. Bro, I would hate that. That would suck. Man, I mean, I, I guess what you would have to do, trying to remember Desert Channel's name, Charles, right? Charles? So, Charles, I guess what you would have to do is take turns sleeping. One of the guys sleeps, the other one's watching out for the wild animals, or at least one watching out for the wild animals, and you take turns sleeping. Mostly the elephants and the hyenas. Gotcha, bro. Which country were you in? Steven says cartel in Mexico uses jet skis to rob people on the beach and then take off so the cops can't catch them. I'm going to say this, Steven. We need some real freaking men to lead things, bro. You know, in the world, we need real men to lead things. We don't need any more of this, changing sex kind of crap and oh, let's be gentle on crime and all that BS. We need real guys. I think China is doing that, and they're going to whoop the crap out of everybody because they're not becoming a bunch of wimps. I'm going to be straight up with you. Yeah, Charles. Yeah, Charles. Yeah, Kenya. Yeah, I was trying to remember. Oh, so you're in the Kenya area. Yeah, I think that's like the biggest country, probably the highest population, Africa. And I had a professor from Kenya. And weird thing, he was my English teacher. He taught one of my English classes. But he was a super nice guy. Super nice guy. But yeah, Kenya is probably the most developed. But you must be out there in the middle of nowhere. I don't know if Kenya is, well. Now that I think about it, there's other places that are developed too. Let's see. Steven says all signs of the end of days, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree with that, Steven. Yeah. That's why things are going like this, in my opinion. Yeah. Are you talking about religious aspect with the Bible? My mom talks about this all the time. She's very religious, always reading the Bible, and she talks about it all the time. But as far as myself, I'm a Christian, but I'm not a I'm not a very good practicing Christian. I just have the belief, and I don't really talk about it very much. You're in, yeah, East Africa. I know where Kenya is, bro. I know where Kenya is. Kenya's over here. I think Sudan's right around here. Djibouti's over here. Above Djibouti, I think is Ethiopia, and then up here's Egypt. Libya is right around here. Over here's Morocco, and over here's Casablanca. Yeah, yeah. I watched a video about all the different countries. South Africa is the biggest economy in Africa. Okay, this is good knowledge. It's good knowledge put out there. I didn't know that, but it doesn't surprise me. I knew this guy that was he was over here in the Philippines, and he was worth about $100 million, and he left South Africa and he came here to the Philippines and had a huge amount of land. Anyway, man, I miss. Anyway, I'm going to shut up because this is something that happened to me when I first got here, and I'm trying to not think about it. It's about a girl, fucking emotional bullshit, you know. Sudan in Northwest. Yeah, Sudan's over that way, over near Egypt. I think it's below Egypt, and Libya's over that way too. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know pretty good about this stuff. I've never been to Africa though. Never been to Europe either. Now, Stephen, he's been to Mexico, Panama. Remember, how was Panama, Stephen? How was the places you went to? Did you enjoy it? I figured you probably really enjoyed Mexico back in the day, but I don't think I really care about being there now. But as far as Panama, that's one of those places my mom talks about she wants to go to all the time. And let me see, where else did he go? It was Panama and Mexico and Israel. Oh, I went to Israel. I had a I had a aunt that went to Israel, did an Israel trip. She's you know very much into God, and so she wanted to go over there because Jesus being born over there, wanted to go to the birthplace and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Oops, sorry. Tanzania is in southwest. Panama, I think it's not too safe there now. Yeah, I have heard some safety issues there. And, I've been to Ecuador down in South America, and then they started having safety issues too. Some of the drug stuff down there. So it changed a lot. Now, I heard it's gotten safer, but I don't know if it is or not. I don't know much about what's going on the other side of the world anymore. I don't follow it too much. Desert Channel Explorer says, I guess you should visit Africa at one point of your life and have another unique experience. Bro, I hope you get to travel more than me, bro. I mean, I don't really need it. But you, Charles, I'm assuming you haven't left Africa. I'm assuming that. I could be totally wrong. He might have been to 1,000 countries. No, there's not 1,000. He might have been to 100 countries. I don't know. But what I am going to say, Charles, I just wondered, how old are you? Yeah, Stephen's 66. I'm 53. How about you? I think you might have told me in your 40s, I believe. Never flown. Are you able to go to other countries in Africa freely? Are you free to just travel to the other countries in Africa, or does it require a lot of money and to pay the government and documentation and stuff like that? Say you want to go from Kenya over to Sudan or something. You can, okay, so it works like the European Union. I was talking to the guy from Germany here, and he said basically he's from Germany, but if he wants to go down to Italy and work and travel freely, he's able to do that. Yeah. Yeah, sort of like the United States, how we can go from state to state, you know. Anyway, I've been on here a long time. I was going to end this like 30 minutes ago, and then all of a sudden Stephen popped in and wound up staying. Charles says Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi, and Rwanda. Which one was your favorite? Or which one's the best? If somebody's going to visit one of those, which one's the best? Steven says, when I was in the military, I was stationed in Panama. Oh, that's why you're there. That's why I was almost in Mexico, because I was in the military over in California, but I wasn't there very long. So, anyway, let's see. I was stationed in Panama for 2 years back in '82. It was great back then. I heard that too. Yeah, I heard it used to be great, but now it's not so great. And by the way, the dollar is stronger than the peso again today. It's even stronger. So you're going to get 60.34 pesos for every dollar. So that's a good thing for people that come to the Philippines that have dollars. Let's see. Charles says those countries one can travel freely. Oh, okay. So it's only certain countries. It's not any country in Africa, I guess. It's only certain ones. Let's see, Matthew and Penelope, Janowski, how y'all doing? Let's see, I'm looking forward to my divorce being done so I can get to the Philippines as soon as possible. I really appreciate you telling me the real story of the Philippines. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of stories, bro. There's going to be, I've dated dozens of Filipinas, so there's going to be a lot of stories that I could tell. I actually wanted to write a movie about the whole thing, my time here in the Philippines, but my girlfriend, she did not want me to do it. But that's what I really wanted to do because it's pretty. I think it's pretty. I think it'd be a pretty awesome movie to tell the whole story in like 2 hours or 3 hours, whatever. But she doesn't want me to do it, and so I've been sharing stuff on YouTube instead, and that takes forever because I'm doing a video and people are asking me why you have this and this and this, and I'm like, just watch the videos. Anyway, Charles says they are East African communities. Oh, okay, I see. East African. That's on the other side. You're on the west, like EU. Yeah, gotcha, bro. That's good. You got to travel. That's good, man. Smart. I mean, hold on. I mean Matthew. Man, I can barely see Matthew and Penelope Janowski. You sound like you're Polish. I got a military friend that's Polish as well. Let's see. He says, I'm 45 and now I will never look back. Yeah, I don't blame you. And especially being 45, you have time to not go too fast. I mean, because you probably have another 45 years left, you know? So there's no need to rush things. Me, as I get closer to 60, I'm more concerned about, hey, I need somebody as I get older, you know. But when you're younger, just don't rush into stuff. Be careful, you know. Uh, Matthew says, and it's only Matt. I haven't changed my name profile. Oh, it says Matthew. It says Matthew and Penelope here. But oh, I see what you're saying. You want to change it to just Matt. I see what you're saying. All right, man. Well, good to meet you, Matt. Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate you checking out my videos, my live streams. I'm usually doing live stream almost every day. Almost. Some days I'll take off. Let's see. JK60 says, "Why 60? Why you still want to live that old or live that old? Why do I want to still? I'm only 53 right now. I'm 53, about to turn 54. And why do I want to live till I'm 60? You sound like my girlfriend, bro. She's yeah. Wow. I think I just saw a bird pass away. I think he like flew into something it looked like. But anyway, yeah, she's only 33, and yeah, she doesn't want to live that old either. Where are you from, JK? Where are you from? And thank you for coming in too. I appreciate it. And Matt, hold on. Where are you from, Matt? Yeah, you said you're 45. Let's see. I'm assuming you're somewhere over in the USA. Probably both of y'all. I'm assuming. But why do I want to live that old is the question. I don't think that's very old. I used to want to live to 100, but now I don't think so. But I used to. I mean, I still feel like I'm about 30 years old, to be honest with you. Yeah. I feel better now than I did 10 years ago when I was back living in the USA and I had a lot of stress and I had a lot of bills. and and I was heavier, as far as weight, going through all that kind of crap. I feel a lot better now than I did 10 years ago. So that's pretty awesome for a 53-year-old guy to feel better than a 43-year-old guy, because around 40 years old, I'd say, is your prime, around 35, around closer to 35 years old. So, oh, Matt's over in North Carolina too. Me too, bro. Matt's in North Carolina. I'm from North Carolina as well. Yeah. I grew up in the middle of North Carolina, but I've lived over at the beach, and I also lived in the Virginia mountains. And I lived up in D.C., and I was in the military and went to different places. Let's see. But yeah, North Carolina is home. And places I love in North Carolina is Asheville, Mount Airy, what's the name of that? Morgantown? Anyway, the mountain areas. Asheboro, where the zoo's at. We have a beautiful zoo in North Carolina. Nice big zoo. And it's cheap. Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill's a very nice place. Cary's nice. Out there at Jackson, was it Jacksonville? No, Goldsboro. I was out in Goldsboro. The people out there were super nice that I met in Goldsboro. I had to do some training for a company in Goldsboro. That's why I was there. Small town called Monroe. Yeah, Monroe's over there by Charlotte. It's close to Charlotte. And I've been over in that area. Lincolnton, Lincolnton, that little small town. I like that place. It's between the mountains and Charlotte. And it's a small little town. It's a pretty neat little town. Oh, Winston-Salem. Winston-Salem is one of my favorite places in North Carolina. Yeah, I know Joe is from Winston-Salem. I tried to connect with him, but he disappeared on me. So maybe he'll reach out to me. I wanted to connect with him. He's over here. I think he's still in the Philippines. I know he traveled up to Thailand. But yeah, I was going to try to connect with him, spend some time with him. We're both from North Carolina. He seems like a good guy. I don't watch a lot of his stuff. I normally give my support to people that are cool with me. And Joe hasn't been cool with me yet. I think he would be if everything was worked out good. And if he was cool with me, I would be checking out his stuff too, quite a bit, because I have checked out a few things that he has, and he seems like a great guy. He seems like a good guy. But once again, I know the people that do connect with me, we spend time, we become friends, that kind of stuff. I'm going to support those guys, no matter if they're big or small, especially the small ones, to help them out. But anyway, let me read all the stuff here. Stephen says, good thing about heaven, when you go there, you get a new body of around 32 years of age. And you stay at that age from the research you've done. That is good, bro. Yeah, that's probably about the what do they call it? The best time of your peak. Yeah, Monroe's about 20 minutes from Charlotte. Yeah. Trying to remember that Black Mountain area over there too. Yeah, I think it's called Black Mountain. I've got relatives down there in Greenville, South Carolina, that I would go see when I was back in North Carolina. And I'm originally from close to Raleigh. Yep. I'm over from the Raleigh area. But Winston-Salem is actually one of my favorite places. I love Winston-Salem. I lived over there in Burlington. I worked over in Greensboro, and I worked in Chapel Hill, and I worked in Greensboro. and I was looking at places to live at Winston-Salem at one time. And yeah, I was about to do that. I also looked over your way, over there around Monroe. I had to do some training out in Charlotte. That's close to you. Anyway, let's see what we're talking about. But good to see you, Matt. And congratulations on your new adventure. And if you have any questions about Philippines, feel free to ask. That's why I'm here. I offer life coaching, but I don't really advertise that, and I do it super cheap for people. Uh, I even doing it free for somebody because I think he needs it, and I know he doesn't have much money, so I'm just helping him out. If you're in the same predicament, I can do the same thing with you. But anyway, Steven says, good thing about heaven. But another thing is, I make so many videos. I'm like, watch the videos and don't worry about it. But sometimes people want things, they want faster information. They want boots on the ground doing things. I've done some research for people out here, different stuff like that. Anyway, Steven says, good thing about heaven. Oh, yeah, I already read that part. Monroe, and he's in Dumaguete. Yeah, I know he's in Dumaguete. Yeah, you guys love Joe, bro. Joe's a countrified kind of guy. I'm gonna try to do Joe, and yeah, it's some good stuff out there. I went out there and got me some seafood, and it just wasn't as good. I'm trying to talk like him, but yeah, I've seen some of Joe's stuff. And I've seen Sick Grandpa talking junk about him too. Sick Grandpa's a freaking nut. That dude. He's a nut. But anyway, let's see. Steven says, and on my live streams, by the way, Matt, on my live streams, you'll see me doing a lot of walking and going places and checking and showing you guys different things. I mean, I got almost 1,000 videos on my channel, bro. So make sure you check it out. You're gonna see all sorts of stuff. And once again, I'm here to help you out. If you have any questions, that's why I do this live stream. Steven says, have you ever taken Route 40 in Tennessee going west till you just cross over Tennessee River? I bought 11 acres. Wow, bro. On the north side of I-40. Hold on. Route 40? Are you talking about, is that an interstate? I've been all over that area, bro. I love the mountains of North Carolina and Virginia, West Virginia, Tennessee. Yeah, I've been all over those areas. Tennessee, West Virginia, and North Carolina. I love the Appalachian Mountains, the Great Smoky Mountains. But I think it was I-40. Yeah, I went through there. I went all the way out to Nashville. As a matter of fact, I went all the way to California from North Carolina. Goes right through Nashville. Yep, that's I-40. Yeah, Interstate 40. Yeah, I went all the way to freaking California. Actually, this is what I did. I flew to California, and then on my way back, I got a rental car, and I went from California all the way to North Carolina, and that's what I took was I-40. Went through Tennessee, went through around Memphis. I think it was called I-40. And then I've also been down there around Chattanooga. I went down there to the mountains of Chattanooga, Tennessee. I mean, I really, really love the mountain area. Now, I've stayed at the beach too out in North Carolina, and that was awesome. It was so calm and peaceful, sort of like the Philippines here. We've got a lot of calm, peaceful tranquility at some of the beaches out there. But it's so expensive. 70% cheaper to live in the Philippines. And a place like beach areas like Hawaii. Oh man, it's gonna be a lot cheaper than those areas. But overall, United States is 70% cheaper. King Bob, what's up, man? Yeah, I remember you, bro. You gave me a super chat. the last time you were in here. How's it going, man? And King Bob, all I know is you gave me a super chat, and I don't know anything else about you, bro. Well, good to see you. Let's see. 2 miles to the nearest house. It's in the sticks. I love it. Yeah, I know. That's a beautiful area, man. Now, let me look at what you put on here about Tennessee. I freaking love, as a matter of fact, I just got through watching a video about that area right before I got on live because, yeah, if I was, I'm going to tell you sort of a sad thing, though. This is sort of a sad thing. Let me catch up with the stuff here. My property tax is only 130 a year. Yeah, that's cheap, bro. Because they look at that Appalachian property, a lot of it, and they like, this ain't worth nothing, you know. Let's see, I'm in a year, yep. But no, it's absolutely beautiful. And what happened out there in North Carolina with those flooding from that hurricane? I was over here in the Philippines watching that, and I don't know, bro. I mean, I got some conspiracy theory on that. Now, what was I talking about? I done lost track. Anyway, King Vav says couple, good couple. Yeah, where you from, King Vav? I don't know what couple means. Is that where you're from? I don't know what couple means, to be honest with you. But here, I'm going to show y'all some prices out here in the Philippines. So a pack of Oreos here. This costs close to $1, about $1, and after tax and everything, about $1.10 for this pack of Oreos. And the way they come is they're prepackaged in the pack like that. So there's 3 cookies in each pack. And yeah, over in the U.S., I don't know, probably twice that, maybe 3 times, probably about 2 or 3 times that cost. This here tastes just like chip. What do you call it? Oreos. Those no, not Oreos. Chip Ahoy. Chip Ahoy. This is called Chip Delight, and tastes like Chip Ahoy's, and they're close to $1 too. Yeah, about $1 for those. And those are super delicious with coffee. I dip them in my coffee. One of my favorite things in life is coffee. I don't know about y'all. What's some of your favorite things in life? Is it beer? I know a lot of guys, a lot of my friends, it's beer, but for me, it's coffee and women. Coffee and women. And if my girlfriend's watching, I meant coffee and her. That's what I meant. Anyway, yeah, I love these freaking cookies. This is my breakfast this morning. She was asleep when I left the room. My girlfriend, so I'm not having. I didn't want to turn the lights on and wake her up and make something like some eggs or something. And I can't make too much here because I don't even have a freaking oven, stove, any of that. All I got is a microwave right now. But we're looking at a different place here in Manila. I'm going to show the view here for the people that are in here that hasn't gotten to see the view. I'm out here in Makati. I've been all over the place in the Philippines. The Philippines is really awesome. I do interviews with a lot of Philippine people, girls, guys. I even have I do some where girls looking for somebody. Some of those videos where they're trying to date somebody. I just hooked up a friend of mine with a girl. He's going to be here Friday to meet her. Anyway, here's Makati. This is the golf course, Manila Golf Course. It's the biggest golf course, and behind here is an absolutely beautiful place called BGC. And you can look at my videos on my channel if you want to look at the BGC stuff. But it's like the premier spot of the Philippines. Let's see. All the alcohol I ever drank in my life would fit in a soda can. Yeah. That's good, man. I mean, dude, you're a different breed, man. You're a different breed. You said you worked in construction. I don't know exactly what you did in construction. Maybe you didn't do. Maybe you didn't go out there with the hammer and nail. I don't know. Or maybe you did other stuff in construction. Maybe you were an investor or something. I don't know. But yeah, usually construction workers tend to be drinkers. But as far as myself, same thing with military. But I've seen alcoholism around me, and I didn't want to become an alcoholic. So when I was in Korea, and I got to the point where I was becoming an alcoholic. I was drinking too much. This was back when I was 18 years old. It's crazy, right? 18 years old and drinking a lot. Um, when in the U.S. it's illegal to drink at 18. We had a freaking vending machine in the barracks over in Korea with beer. But anyway, when I got to the point where I was starting to feel like I needed to drink to be happy, I was like, no way, you got to stop it. Got to stop it. You got to control things, man. Something gets you to the point of controlling you. You gotta change it up. Let's see. Oh, I thought I saw another message come in, but nope. But anyway, right here, this is the Wells Fargo building. You guys know Wells Fargo in the USA. Mm. Anyway, I've been on here about what 2 hours almost. Yeah, almost 2 hours. I'm gonna. Well, I'll try to stay on a little bit longer. Anyway, it's good to meet somebody else from North Carolina. And King Bob, I'm waiting for you to tell me where you're from, bro. King Bob is a generous guy. Might be Ozzy changing having a different account because I call Ozzy King Oz. Hmm. Yeah, I've never been a big drinker. Um, but over in Korea, I was drinking something called soju and jungle juice, and we had some wild clubs over there, man. Of course, they got them here too, but I never go to those places. I've never been in the Philippines. I've never been to a club or a bar. Neither one. There's another plane flying, guys. Another plane coming up. I don't know if y'all could see that. Yeah, there it is. But yeah, now in Seoul, Korea, that's a different story. Back when I was 18, yeah, I went to those clubs and everything. So, Stephen, are you? I think you were talking about coming over here to the Philippines. Was it October? Let me see. I remember. What's his name? Not Charles. Man, I'm trying to remember names. Anyway, Steven says labor and run equipment like Bobcats. That's what I made for Caterpillar, man. I worked for Caterpillar for 2 years. We were the first assembly team for that factory, so we actually put the factory together to that was going to build the skid steer loaders, which they call Bobcats. Bobcats is another name for a skid steer loader. But anyway, labor and run equipment like Bobcats. What would you guess be as to when the next time is that you will be back on? Hobbies are better than the booze to keep you out of trouble. Yeah, definitely. I completely agree with that. Play some golf. I play pickleball. Play basketball. I play pickleball and basketball, and I walk like crazy. Let's see, Steven. As far as that, I try to be on around somewhere around 11 o'clock Philippines morning time. Not exactly, but somewhere around there. Usually between 11 to 12, somewhere in that area, in the morning and at nighttime. I try to be on close to 11 and 12 in the morning and 11 and 12 at night. This morning I did a surprise and I came on about 7:30. Now today, since I've done almost 2 hours, I don't know if I'm going to do that 11, 12 o'clock later. We'll see. I got to charge up my phone. I got to charge up my phone and figure out what I'm going to be doing today. But I've already been on here 2 hours this morning. But I might come back on a little bit later. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. I'm still trying to square things away before I go. I understand that. Yeah, some of the recommendations I said was get the Google Voice. That could help you where you're not having to pay, so much on your phone bill. Because if you do it over here, you can't get it, but you can do it over there in the U.S. You can get the Google Voice. But anyway, yeah, definitely try to have positive hobbies and stuff like that. I have some interesting conversations with people out here. A lot of these foreigners, like that German guy yesterday, the guy from England not long ago. People that come out here tend to have like some interesting things to talk about. It's pretty awesome, and I would love to meet old Joe. I would love to meet him, man. But the nicer somebody is to me, the nicer I am to them. And I reached out to him, talked to him for a little bit, but he sort of like disappeared on me. So, but I know he's more busier. His channel got quick fast, and my channel has taken a long time. I've had to work really hard on my channel to get to where it is. I spent a whole year without making a penny. He was already making money in you know, about 2 months. You know, I'm still trying to square things away. He seems like a very cool guy, and I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to talk crap about him like sick grandpa. And I don't know a lot about him. I mean, I've only watched a few of his videos, so I can't really be a judger of things. I don't like judging things that I don't know anything about. But I'm not here about that kind of stuff anyway, about all the different vlogging and all that crap. I'm here to help you guys. So if y'all have questions about Philippines, that's what I'm here for. And to give y'all videos to help y'all over here. Like I said, almost 1,000 videos now. My problem was I messed up. If you're starting a YouTube channel, don't make a bunch of short videos because that throws off your freaking algorithm. And I didn't realize that. I didn't do any kind of YouTube research, but that will mess you up. And basically, you'll have a lot of people that want to watch TikTok videos, short videos, instead of videos that have a lot of substance. And oh, I thought I saw a message. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, that just totally messes up things for you because YouTube will think that, okay, people don't want to watch your videos. Well, it's not that the videos aren't good, which, I went as I went, I was learning as I went along. And so, yeah, I had some really bad ones, I think, in my beginning. But anyway, I'm getting sort of bored and tired, to be honest with you. I'm gonna go figure out what to do today. And thank y'all for support. Thank you for coming in. Thank y'all for spending time with me. And yeah, I usually come in every day. Some days I do take a break, but usually it's around 11 something. And so I might come in here about close to 12 o'clock maybe. Yeah, I might 11:30, something like that. I might do that. Probably will. Well, hold on. That's 2 hours from now. That's pretty quick. But anyway, we'll see. Because I do have to think about YouTube crap. You know, if you're too soon on things, they have some weird crap. But anyway, you're welcome, Stephen. You're welcome, brother. And hopefully, if I do go back to the U.S., if I ever go back to the USA, I hope to check out Boston. I guess I don't know. You said it's getting crappy out there. Anyway, peace out, guys. I'm do a countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1. See ya.